Hi guys, it's Alicia. Welcome back to Beauty from A to Z. I am so excited to be back and filming this for you. I'm so sorry that my videos have been a little bit sporadic lately. I've got a lot going on. This summer has just been crazy, busy, just so much going on. I've got work, which is just unbelievably busy right now. My brother's getting married actually at the end of the summer, which is so exciting, but you know, there's tons of things to do in regards to preparing for that. And it just seems like every weekend I've had some sort of obligation, and it's just, I'm working on my beauty room as well. You can see it behind me here. There's no way I'm going to show you because it's a mess. It's almost done. We've just got some sanding and then some painting. So hopefully, I just want to get that set up so bad because then it'll be so much easier for me to just sit down and film the videos I need to film, get them out more often, and just be able to interact a lot better with you guys. So I apologize that things are a little all over the place right now. It won't be forever, I promise. However, I am super excited to film this particular video for you because it is on a brand new line of products. I haven't seen any commercials about these products. I haven't heard about them. I didn't know they were coming out, and I haven't seen them anywhere else. I just happened to go to Target last night and I saw them and I was like, where has this come from? So of course, I'm that crazy person that in the store I see a new product and I'm on my phone on YouTube looking for reviews to see if it's even worth it. And I only found, honestly, maybe like one or two. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have to get it. I want to get a review out there, so for similar people like me who are thinking about purchasing it and looking for a review, have some sort of reference for it. So the products I am talking about, they are from L'Oreal, and they are the Visible Lift Blur. I got the foundation, concealer, and then they have these blushes. What do they call it? Just Visible Lift Blushes, Optiblur. And that's what they all look like there. This lighting isn't the best. I was trying to get the right settings on my camera. Just, you know, like I said, my setup isn't the best right now, so I'm just doing the best I can. But I was very intrigued by these. Oh, my hair, of course, crazy. Because as you know, L'Oreal has a lot of different products in this Visible Lift line. They have the Visible Lift that comes in that little bottle, the Visible Lift with the brush on the end. Then they have this Visible Lift cream foundation, which I just did a Fresh Fine Freak Out on, which you guys know I love. Just kind of looks like this. It's like similar to the Maybelline Dream Smooth Mousse, I believe it's called. So I was very intrigued by these particular products. And it doesn't really say much on the packaging. It's just Optiblur Technology Blur Foundation, which definitely is something that I'm looking for in these sorts of products. It says, instantly blurs lines, spots, and uneven texture for younger looking skin in just seconds. Skin feels untouchably soft and smooth. So that works for me. And then, so this comes with 1.3 fluid ounces, which is a little more than your normal drugstore foundation. And this really intrigued me as well because this is their concealer and it comes with 0.6 fluid ounces. This is a lot of concealer, especially for the drugstore. It's really quite a bit. And of course I swatched them all while I was there, and the consistency, well, you'll see. I'm going to do a demo. I have all, I mean, I don't have any. I have some of my makeup done. I just did my eyes and then I put some primer on my face. But I wanted to put this on for you on camera. And then this blush I was very intrigued by, and this is in Soft Peach. I'm not totally big on cream blushes, but there was this one particular review, one of the reviews that I did find for these products, the girl was raving about these. She said she absolutely loved them, and when I saw them on her cheeks, I just thought they looked so fabulous. So what I'm going to do now is just apply them to my face. I'm just going to use my Real Techniques Beauty Blender. And the color that I got is 204 Creamy Natural. There was a few different color shades. They didn't have very, very light, it seems. It's the transition, they had quite a few of the darker shades, which if you're a woman with a darker complexion, this might be a great foundation for you. So let's just break this puppy open and see what it's all about. Alright, so I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand here. And the consistency is definitely, it's different. It's moussey, but not as moussey as something like the Rimmel Stay Matte Foundation, which I think is a really gel sort of formula. It's definitely more liquidy than I thought it would be. So I'm just going to take this, oops. I'm just going to take this and sort of dot, I didn't bring a mirror, of course. I'm sitting in front of this window trying to do my makeup in the viewfinder. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to dot this on my face, and I hope this lighting is good enough to sort of show you exactly how it's going to apply. You know what? I need a mirror. 2 seconds. Okay, mirror. All right. So I'm just going to dot a little bit more on the spots where I think I missed. It seems to be a pretty good color match for me, I would say. I always put a little down on my neck as well. We don't want that foundation line. Then I'm just going to take my Beauty Blender and start blending it in. First, immediately, I can say that I really like the formula. I think it blends really nicely into the skin, almost creating, you know, that natural skin-like sort of finish. Just going to put a little bit more on my trouble areas. It's looking really nice and skin-like. It's not totally matte, which I don't like because I have very dry skin. I like a little bit of dewiness and luminosity to my foundations. Yeah, I'm definitely liking it so far. So now we're going to go on to the concealer, which, when I swatched it on my hand, I was so impressed with the coverage. Now, sometimes swatching it on your hand isn't necessarily how it's going to appear on your face. But let's just do the same thing here. I'll squeeze it out on the back of my hand. And you can see it there. It's sort of that same consistency as the foundation, kind of liquidy. And I'm just going to, I like to conceal and highlight at the same time. I like a nice bright under eye. So I'm just going to dot that under my eye in sort of a V formation. The sun might be a little harsh right now, but I'm just so impressed. I really think it does sort of, it's an opti-blur. It's supposed to just blur all of your lines and make everything nice and even and smooth looking, which is what I feel it's doing right now. I mean, 100%, absolutely. Okay, now on to the part that I was most curious about. This is the L'Oreal Visible Lift Blush. This is in the color 501 Soft Peach. Oh, and if I didn't mention, my concealer, I just got the lightest one, 301 Fair. So this is what the concealer looks like when you squeeze it out. Obviously quite pigmented right out of the tube. But that one video I did see the girl apply it. She just sort of used her fingers, tapped it in, and then sort of blended the edges with her beauty blender. So that's what I'm going to try to do here. So I've just got some on my finger. And the color is just so pretty. Really natural. I mean, it just looks like skin. I think that's why it's so impressive. I'll take a little bit more just to build it up. I like a nice blushed look. Then I'll take my beauty blender to the edges just to blend it out a bit. Oh, I really hope you can see in this light because the color is just so pretty. We'll do the same on this side. Blend out the edges. Oh my goodness, it is just so lovely. And that's going to be it for my face today. I'm going to set my under eye concealer just because I always do. Because with any concealer, it creases if I don't set it with some sort of powder. And this is an extra, very, very creamy concealer. So, I mean, I think you should just always set your concealer regardless if you're testing a product or not, because that's how you're going to wear it. So, this is with the foundation, the blush, and the concealer. I want to get you like just a better look. Maybe, I don't know if less sun is helpful. But here we go. You can kind of see here, maybe, hopefully the lighting's a little better. But the blush is just so subtle. Maybe you can see a little better here, but the blush is so subtle and natural. I think the coverage is amazing. It really does blur your imperfections. The concealer brightened and highlighted under my eyes. So I just wanted to show you the application, tell you a little bit about the product, and I'm going to check back with you throughout the day so we can kind of see how it wears and keeps up, but I will see you back in a little while. Bye. Just hanging out. Bum on the ground. Head on the curb.
What's up, doggy? Nothing, just helping my girl's grandmother set up her new crib. She moves into a new little apartment up the street from us. We walked
Foundation
over to
check.
What are you up to? Yeah. Nothing, dude. I just
Still looking pretty good, I think.
I work 2 jobs now. I work this other job.
Pretty impressed,
Sales for this accounting firm.
I must say.
It's actually right next door to the place I work at now on Elm Street.
What do you think?
Yeah, I go for a couple hours right now. It's based purely on commission, so.
Okay, so it's been about 5, I would say, hours since I applied the foundation. I went to go see my grandmother. I was helping her hang pictures, my boyfriend and I. And, you know, we were just moving around. I know I've touched my face a few times. But overall, I am so incredibly impressed with this foundation. I mean, I feel like it held up so well on my skin. I feel like my skin feels like I'm not really wearing anything. I think it looks super, super natural, not cakey at all. I think this lighting's a lot better than it was when I was actually applying the makeup. So under my eyes, it looks still nice and bright. And even the blush, I feel like it gives this like a subtle sheen to my cheeks that, you know, you just don't get with a powder blush. And I built it up a little bit, but I haven't touched it. I haven't redone anything since I applied it, you know, however many hours ago in the beginning of the day. It's now like almost 6:30. So, I mean, I hope you can tell in this light. But there's just like a close-up on my skin. I feel like I watched another review on this, and she said she loved it for the way it made her pores look, and I kind of totally agree. It just smooths and evens everything out. I mean, the texture just looks amazing. I mean, I really can't say enough good things about it. I'm really, really pleased with the results. But obviously, this is a first impression / review. I wanted to give you kind of a perspective throughout the day, not just at the beginning when you first put it on, because we all know foundation sets into your skin and looks a little bit different than it did when you first apply it, and you kind of have to see what it does throughout the day to really understand how it works and if you like it. But I would totally recommend these foundations, this foundation, concealer, and blush. Again, it's the Visible Lift Blur Foundation. And it comes in these little gold tubes. They're from L'Oreal. One of the reasons why I picked this up too is it reminds me just the packaging and the feel of the MAC Studio Sculpt. I think the Studio Sculpt is definitely more gel-like, but that was a great coverage foundation that I really enjoyed. But this, the finish on it, I like it almost even better, to be completely honest. The concealer, I think, covers so well. Like I said, I did set it, but it didn't crease. I think it brightens. I love the color. I love the texture. It's not getting into my fine lines. And the blush, again, which is in Soft Peach, I think it just gives this really natural glow. I can't wait to try the other 2 colors. They're a little bit darker. I'm sure the pigment is even stronger than this, but I'm big on blush. Excuse me, and this is just enough for me. I think they're all fabulous, so totally 5 stars for the L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur entire line. The concealer, the foundation, the blush. I've heard it's part of the permanent line. I really hope that's true. If you haven't tried this, run out and do so. Leave it in the comments down below if you do. I would love to know your opinion on it. And as always, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, all at Beauty from A to Z. And cross your fingers that my beauty room will be done sooner rather than later, because I have tons of things to review, and I just, you know, have a lot of great ideas for videos, but filming right now, that's why I'm holding the camera. It's just a little chaotic. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first impression review, and until next time, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.